The Commuter is directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, and of course it stars Liam Neeson, because it always stars Liam Neeson apart from the one movie from this man that sucks. In this film we follow an insurance man who is having financial problems, and he takes a train every day from house to work, from work to house. And upon getting on his way back home, he is confronted by one woman that gives him a proposal, and he is forced into taking part in a very big conspiracy in which he must find the one person in the train that doesn't belong. Some money is offered to him, and now he has a choice to make: finding a person, dealing with the possible consequences that come with taking on this proposal, or not taking the money that he so desperately needs. Jaume Collet-Serra seems to have found his niche in serviceable, rainy day thriller action films. And he has done that with Liam Neeson for the most part. He did it with Unknown, a very fine, fun movie. He did it with Non-Stop, a very thrilling, fun action film that I really enjoyed, and it's my personal favorite from his. And then Run All Night, which came out only a few months after Non-Stop. He then directed The Shallows, which I did not appreciate that much. In The Commuter, I'd say he's a little bit back on track. The Commuter is a lot of fun. Liam Neeson is still believable in these action sequences despite being that old, and there isn't much impossible action for a 60-year-old man to do. In fact, the movie has a lot of fun referencing the fact that he is 60 years old. And as I said, he's believable in this role. You like him because he's Liam Neeson. But in this film specifically, there's a surprising amount of character work that made me invest in the character and made me root for him throughout the entire course of the film. So Liam Neeson worked great, but the character work also worked great. And Jaume Collet-Serra once more proves that he can use location to create an ambience, to create a feeling of claustrophobia as you see these characters that will matter, characters that maybe will matter, and he keeps you engaged in that way. He keeps you guessing, he keeps you investigating with Liam Neeson. There are some choices he has to make throughout this journey because he needs to find this one person until this one stop, and how the movie engages in these interrogations and how he tries to find this person, they are really thrilling sequences. There are a lot of fun scenes in which you find yourself at the edge of your seat because you are rooting for this man, as I said. Collet-Serra uses a lot of panning shots, not only to analyze the train and characters, but he also uses it in the action sequences. There are some action sequences that use too many cuts, a little bit too shaky cam, but then there is one specific, and I'm not going to spoil it. It just shows the prowess of this guy behind the camera when he's moving the camera around when he really wants to, despite some CGI flaws here and there where you can see it's clearly CGI. He really does shine in shooting around these action sequences and these stunt doubles without giving too much away. Unfortunately, like most of his films, despite me enjoying them for the most part, Collet-Serra once more loses the grip with reality when it comes to this film. The boundaries with what is real and what is not, what is possible and what isn't, are kind of thrown out the window at some portions in the film. There are certain moments where certain things happen, and some characters make this stuff happen where they really couldn't. There are some things where characters could not be in that place at that point in time after being in a certain place at a certain point in time. There are also moments where characters know stuff that they clearly shouldn't, and the film, despite trying its hardest, cannot make you care for some elements in this film that are clearly important. There are moments that are cliche, and you know that they're because they are going to matter, but you only know that because this is what movies do. There are a little bit too much familiar beats in this film. Not only the plot, but the beats themselves, in which the dramatic pressure is supposed to be increased. You feel it's all too familiar, not only with films in general, but with Collet-Serra's previous films. But The Commuter is a January movie. A January movie that is a lot of fun. Collet-Serra proves that he is engaging and thriller as he can be behind the camera, shooting around the action sequences, keeping you engaged, keeping this adventure thrilling, and keeping you guessing throughout the film. Neeson is as charismatic as always, and he is great once more, pulling off this role that shouldn't be pulled off by a 60-year-old man. The Commuter is not his best film. It's a film that I can see a lot of people having troubles with. I will not tell you to go spend your IMAX money on this film, but for my money, I really enjoyed The Commuter despite its many flaws. I will say that you should watch it at home because whether you watch The Commuter or not, your heart will go on. But I must reiterate, I personally had a lot of fun with this movie. I would recommend it to you, just not spend your money at the theater, if you know what I mean. And if this is as bad as January gets, I tell you right now, I am a happy man for the rest of 2018. But what did you think of the Commuter, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. Compare it to Non-Stop all you want, except it's on a train, because the comparisons are there. And let me know, how do you rank Jaume Collet-Serra's films with Liam Neeson and not with Liam Neeson? Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I have many reviews coming next week. Then a Thieves, the post Maze Runner, and before all that, my reviews for Maze Runner and Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials. I cannot wait to see you there, and so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united!